silence in the evening, where the wounded soul can hide. A shadow on the doorstep, where the tears refuse to dry. But I've heard a gentle whisper in the stillness of the pain. He's the one who gathers sorrow, and he makes us whole again. He heals the brokenhearted, he binds the weary soul with hands that never falter, with love that makes us whole. He heals the brokenhearted when all our strength departs. He writes his name of mercy across our shattered hearts. I've seen the burdened traveler bow beneath the heavy rain, but grace keeps on reminding there's a purpose in the pain. Every scar becomes a story, every tear a sacred line. He's the healer of the hopeless, turning water into wine. He heals the brokenhearted, he binds the weary soul with hands that never falter, with love that makes us whole. He heals the brokenhearted when all our strength departs. He writes his name of mercy across our shattered hearts. When the night is long and lonesome, and the road feels far from home, he sits beside the silence till the fear is overthrown. I have found my peace in knowing he remembers every cry, and he's nearer to the broken than the breath before a sigh. Every wound will find its rest, every storm will turn to bless, for the Savior's love remains in the ruins of our pain. He heals the brokenhearted, he binds the weary soul with hands that never falter, with love that makes us whole. He heals the brokenhearted when all our strength departs. He writes his name of mercy across our shattered hearts. left but empty hands. Dreams had faded into silence like the dust across the land. But I felt a tender whisper where my shame had built a wall, and mercy wrapped around me till I couldn't stand at all. When His mercy found me, it broke the chains I wore. Every scar became a story of grace I can't ignore. When His mercy found me, the night was swept away, and every wound I carried became the proof of grace. I had wandered through the shadows, chasing peace I couldn't keep, but His kindness found the corners where my soul had gone to sleep. Now I walk beneath His sunlight, where forgiveness lights my view, and I see the fields of heaven where the flowers once were few. When His mercy found me, it broke the chains I wore. Every scar became a story of grace I can't ignore. When His mercy found me, the night was swept away, and every wound I carried became the proof of grace. Now I tell of what He's done here, to the lost and to the lame, how His mercy never falters, and it answers when you call His name. In the quiet, in the struggle, in the tears that still remain, He keeps healing broken spirits till they learn to live again. Once I fell, but now I stand, held within His gentle hands. Mercy found this heart of stone and made its house His home. When His mercy found me, my life began anew. The light of heaven touched the earth, and love came shining through. When His mercy found me, I finally came to see that mercy wasn't chasing, it was waiting here for me. There were nights I couldn't whisper, nights I couldn't pray, when the tears would drown the daylight and the words would fade away. But mercy kept on calling through the dark and through the pain, till I woke to find His kindness washing over me again. I'll thank Him for the healing, for the grace that made me whole, for the love that found my weakness and restored my weary soul. I'll thank Him for the healing, when I see the scars still shine, 'cause they tell the sweetest story, that His mercy once was mine. There's a peace that fills the meadow where the storm once once had its stay, and a stillness in the evening when the noise has gone away. Now I carry not my sorrow, but the memory of his care. For he taught me in my breaking that his love was always there. I'll thank him for the healing, for the grace that made me whole, for the love that found my weakness and restored my weary soul. I'll thank him for the healing when I see the scars still shine, 'cause they tell the sweetest story, that his mercy once was mine. And someday when I meet him in the morning pure and bright, I will lift my hands in glory, and I'll finally see the light. Every tear that ever touched me will be gone and left behind, and I'll thank him for the healing one more endless time. Every hurt was not in vain, every loss became his gain. Now my heart can truly sing, for the healer is my King. I'll thank him for the healing, for the love that made me new, for the mercy still unending, and the hope that carried through. I'll thank him for the healing till I reach the golden shore, and my soul shall keep on singing, I am healed forevermore. I thought I walked this road alone with sorrow in my shoes. Every step was heavy with the things I couldn't lose. But somewhere on that dusty path, when hope was running dry, I felt a quiet presence there, and mercy passed me by. Mercy walked beside me through the heartache and the rain. Mercy held my trembling hands and whispered my name again. Mercy walked beside me when I thought my faith was gone. Now I know the sweetest story, I was never walking on my own. I've seen the fields turn golden where the tears had stained the ground, and I've heard the song of kindness where my silence once was found. Every mile became a memory of grace I didn't earn, and mercy kept on talking till my wounded heart could learn. Mercy walked beside me through the heartache and the rain. Mercy held my trembling hands and whispered my name again. Mercy walked beside me when I thought my faith was gone. Now I know the sweetest story, I was never walking on my own. mercies from the stories that were told. And I'll thank Him for the footprints that I couldn't see before. For mercy walked beside me till I reached the open door. Every shadow had its end, every scar became a friend. For the love that walked with me never failed and never fled. Mercy walked beside me through the heartache and the rain. Mercy held my trembling hands and whispered my name again. Mercy walked beside me till the road became my song. And the Lord of every moment said, child, you've been home all along. There were mornings I could barely rise, my faith too small to stand. My prayers were just the echoes of a tired and trembling man. But mercy reached its steady hand and pulled me from the floor. Now the weight I carried yesterday won't hold me anymore. He gives me strength again when my heart forgets to fight. He gives me peace within when I can't see the light. Every valley finds its end, every shadow starts to bend. He gives me strength again. The road ahead is rugged, but the promise still is true. He never leaves His children, no, He walks the journey too. And even in the silence, when I can't recall His name, the stillness breathes His presence, and it lifts me just the same. He gives me strength again when my heart forgets to fight. He gives me peace within when I can't see the light. Every valley finds its end, every shadow starts to bend. He gives me strength again. I'll tell it from the mountain, I'll sing it through the storm. The God who healed the broken has made this heart reborn. I'll walk with steady footsteps, I'll lift my eyes to Him. For the grace that brought me this far will give me strength again. Even when the night is long, still He fills my heart with song. Every breath becomes His praise, every weakness turns to grace. He gives me strength again when my soul begins to fade. He restores my heart within, like the sunlight through the rain. Every valley finds its end, every burden learns to mend. He gives me strength again. I once was down and broken, where the road turned cold and long. But someone came beside me with a word, a prayer, a song. They didn't preach a sermon or demand that I be strong. They just held me through the silence till the night was gone. The hands that lift another are the hands that Jesus moves. They carry hope through sorrow and they bear another's wounds. When the world forgets compassion and the heart forgets to care, the hands that lift another will find the Savior there. Now I've seen the weary faces where the pain won't let them rest. I've learned that simple kindness is the gospel at its best. Every word of gentle comfort, every tear that's shared in grace, is a little piece of heaven shining softly in this place. The hands that lift another are the hands that Jesus moves. They carry hope through sorrow and they bear another's wounds. When the world forgets compassion and the heart forgets to care, the hands that lift another will find the Savior there. So I'll walk this road of mercy with my heart and with my hands, for I know that love's the language every broken soul understands. And if grace can use my story, if my scars can help them rise, then the healer's work continues right before my eyes. Every hand that reaches out shows what faith is all about. Love was never meant to stay. It was made to give away. The hands that lift another are the hands that Jesus moves. They carry hope through sorrow and they bear another's wounds. When I give what I've been given, when I share the love He gave, the hands that lift another are the hands through which He saved. I've wandered through the seasons, through the laughter and the loss. I've knelt beside my failures at the shadow of the cross. And every time I've stumbled when my heart forgot to care, grace was waiting in the silence, and it found me there. Grace still finds me there when the road is rough and bare, when my prayers fall short of reaching, and the night becomes my prayer. Though I've run and though I've broken, still His mercy meets me there. No matter where I wander, grace still finds me there. I've chased 1,000 moments, trying hard to earn His love, but His kindness never counted it just kept on lifting up. There's a peace beyond my trying, like a song I can't repair, and it hums beneath my heartbeat. Grace still finds me there. Grace still finds me there when the road is rough and bare, when my prayers fall short of reaching and the night becomes my prayer. Though I've run and though I've broken, still His mercy meets me there. No matter where I wander, grace still finds me there. Someday when I see Jesus, when my wandering is done, I will trace the thread of mercy through the life I've overcome, and I'll sing with all the angels in that home beyond repair. Every line that told my story says grace still finds me there. Even when I lose my way, grace is just a breath away. Every doubt becomes His stay for another act of grace. Grace still finds me there when the night is hard to bear, when the tears are all that's spoken, still I know His love is near. And when my strength is fading and I breathe my final prayer, He will hold my hand and whisper, grace still finds you there.
I've walked through the valley where my soul forgot to sing. I've carried the silence that no words could ever bring, but He met me in the quiet where the broken pieces lay. His hands became the answer I'd been chasing night and day. There's peace in the healer's hands, where the wounded learn to stand, where the restless heart grows still and the weary find His will. There's peace in the healer's hands, where the storms all lose command, in the touch that understands. There's peace in the healer's hands. He never rushed the healing, never asked the pain to hide. He just sat beside my sorrow till the tears had all run dry. Now I see His gentle mercy in the time I thought was waste. Every ache became an altar, every wound became His grace. There's peace in the healer's hands, where the wounded learn to stand, where the restless heart grows still, and the weary find His will. There's peace in the healer's hands, where the storms all lose command, in the touch that understands. There's peace in the healer's hands. When my journey reaches heaven and I see those hands of love, every scar will tell the story of the pain He lifted up. And I'll thank Him for the mercy that no sorrow could erase, for the peace that found its dwelling in the healer's warm embrace. Every scar becomes His sign, every loss is redefined, and in every broken plan, still I see the healer's hand. There's peace in the healer's hands, where the hurting finally stand, where the night surrenders light, and the heart begins to mend. There's peace in the healer's hands, till my final breath is spanned. I will rest and understand. There's peace in the healer's hands.
The night has lost its shadow and the dawn is breaking through. The fear that used to haunt me now just fades into the blue. Every scar became a lesson, every tear a thread of grace, and the healer's gentle mercy carved a smile upon my face. I am whole again by the mercy of His hand. What was broken He restored, what was lost He understands. Through the fire, through the pain, He has turned it all to gain. By His love I stand, I am whole again. There were times I doubted heaven, heard a word I tried to pray, but His silence held a promise that would bloom another day. Now the pieces of my story form a song that will not end, for the one who healed my sorrow is my Savior and my friend. I am whole again by the mercy of His hand. What was broken He restored, what was lost He understands. Through the fire, through the pain, He has turned it all again. By His love I stand, I am whole again.
cross the final river and the sky begins to glow, I will see the marks of mercy from the life I used to know. And I'll sing it loud in heaven, where the wounded hearts all mend. I was broken once in pieces, now I'm whole again. Grace is written every line, love has turned the lost to shine. Now my soul can truly say, He has washed the night away. I am whole again by the mercy of His hand. Every scar became a song, every wrong He understands. Through the fire, through the rain, He has carried all my pain. By His endless plan, I am whole again. I've wandered through the shadows, I've walked 1,000 miles, I've wept beneath the heavy skies and lost my share of smiles. But mercy never left me, though I thought we'd grown apart. And now I find my resting place, home in the healer's heart. Home in the healer's heart, where the weary find their start, where the broken learn to breathe, and the lost are finally free. Every wound that tore apart now belongs to who you are. I've found my sweetest part, home in the healer's heart. He gathered every teardrop that I thought the world forgot. He turned my pain to mercy and my loss to what I've got. Now the story of my sorrow is a hymn of holy art. Every line was written here, home in the healer's heart. Home in the healer's heart, where the weary find their start, where the broken learn to breathe, and the lost are finally free. Every wound that tore apart now belongs to who you are. I've found my sweetest part, home in the healer's heart. Someday when the trumpet sounds and the sky begins to clear, I'll see His arms wide open, saying, "Child, you're finally here." And I'll rest beneath His promise, where the pain and trials depart, and I'll live forever peaceful, home in the healer's heart. Every road has led me here, through the loss and through the years. What I thought was torn apart brought me closer to His heart. Home in the healer's heart, where the weary find their start, where the tears all turn to grace, and I finally see His face. Every wound and every scar now a light where blessings are. I am whole, I am restored, home in the healer's heart. There's a silence in the evening where the wounded soul can hide. A shadow on the doorstep where the tears refuse to dry. But I've heard a gentle whisper in the stillness of the pain. He's the one who gathers sorrow, and he makes us whole again. He heals the brokenhearted, he binds a weary soul with hands that never falter, with love that makes us whole. He heals the brokenhearted when all our strength departs. He writes his name of mercy across our shattered hearts. I've seen the burdened traveler bow beneath the heavy rain, but grace keeps on reminding there's a purpose in the pain. Every scar becomes a story, every tear a sacred line. He's a healer of the hopeless, turning water into wine. He heals the brokenhearted, he binds a weary soul with hands that never falter, with love that makes us whole. He heals the brokenhearted when all our strength departs. He writes his name of mercy across our shattered hearts. When the night is long and lonesome and the road feels far from home, he sits beside the silence till the fear is overthrown. I have found my peace in knowing he remembers every cry, and he's nearer to the broken than the breath before a sigh. Every wound will find its rest, every storm will turn to bliss, for the Savior's love remains in the ruins of our pain. He heals the brokenhearted, he binds the weary soul with hands that never falter, with love that makes us whole. He heals the brokenhearted when all our strength departs. He writes his name of mercy across our shattered hearts. valley, nothing left but empty hands. Dreams had faded into silence like the dust across the land. But I felt a tender whisper where my shame had built a wall, and mercy wrapped around me till I couldn't stand it all. When His mercy found me, it broke the chains I wore. Every scar became a story of grace I can't ignore. When His mercy found me, the night was swept away, and every wound I carried became the proof of grace. I had wandered through the shadows, chasing peace I couldn't keep, but His kindness found the corners where my soul had gone to sleep. Now I walk beneath His sunlight where forgiveness lights my view, and I see the fields of heaven where the flowers once were few. When His mercy found me, it broke the chains I wore. Every scar became a story of grace I can't ignore. When His mercy found me, the night was swept away, and every wound I carried became the proof of grace. Now I tell of what He's done here to the lost and to the lame, how His mercy never falters and it answers when you call His name. In the quiet, in the struggle, in the tears that still remain, He keeps healing broken spirits till they learn to live again. Once I fell, but now I stand, held within His gentle hand. Mercy found this heart of stone and made its house His home. When His mercy found me, my life began anew. The light of heaven touched the earth, and love came shining through. When His mercy found me, I finally came to see that mercy wasn't chasing, it was waiting here for me.
There were nights I couldn't whisper, nights I couldn't pray, when the tears would drown the daylight and the words would fade away. But mercy kept on calling through the dark and through the pain, till I woke to find His kindness washing over me again. I'm thanking for the healing, for the grace that made me whole, for the love that found my weakness and restored my weary soul. I'll thank Him for the healing when I see the scars still shine, 'cause they tell the sweetest story that His mercy once was mine. There's a peace that fills a meadow where the storm once had its stay, and a stillness in the evening when the noise has gone away. Now I carry not my sorrow, but the memory of His that His love was always there. I'll thank Him for the healing, for the grace that made me whole, for the love that found my weakness and restored my weary soul. I'll thank Him for the healing, when I see the scars still shine, 'cause they tell the sweetest story, that His mercy once was mine. And someday when I meet Him in the morning pure and bright, I will lift my hands in glory, and I'll finally see the light. Every tear that ever touched me will be gone and left behind, and I'll thank Him for the healing one more endless time. Every hurt was not in vain, every loss became His gain. Now my heart can truly sing, for the healer is my King. I'll thank Him for the healing, for the love that made me new, for the mercy still unending, and the hope that carried through. I'll thank Him for the healing, till I reach the golden shore, and my soul shall keep on singing, I am healed forevermore. I walked this road alone, with sorrow in my shoes. Every step was heavy with the things I couldn't lose. But somewhere on that dusty path, when hope was running dry, I felt a quiet presence there, and mercy passed me by. Mercy walked beside me through the heartache and the rain. Mercy held my trembling hands and whispered my name again. Mercy walked beside me when I thought my faith was gone. Now I know the sweetest story, I was never walking on my own. I've seen the fields turn golden where the tears had stained the ground, and I've heard the song of kindness where my silence once was found. Every mile became a memory of grace I didn't earn, and mercy kept on talking till my wounded heart could learn. Mercy walked beside me through the heartache and the rain. Mercy held my trembling hands and whispered my name again. Mercy walked beside me when I thought my faith was gone. Now I know the sweetest story, I was never walking on my own. And someday when I see Him on that road of shining gold, I'll remember all the mercies from the stories that were told. And I'll thank Him for the footprints that I couldn't see before, for mercy walked beside me till I reached the open door. Every shadow had its end, every scar became a friend, for the love that walked with me, never failed and never fled. Mercy walked beside me through the heartache and the rain. Mercy held my trembling hands and whispered my name again. Mercy walked beside me till the road became my song, and the Lord of every moment said, child, you've been home all along.
There were mornings I could barely rise, my faith too small to stand. My prayers were just the echoes of a tired and trembling man. But mercy reached its steady hand and pulled me from the floor. Now the weight I carried yesterday won't hold me anymore. He gives me strength again when my heart forgets to fight. He gives me peace within when I can't see the light. Every valley finds its end, every shadow starts to bend. He gives me strength again. The road ahead is rugged, but the promise still is true. He never leaves his children, no, he walks the journey too. And even in the silence, when I can't recall his name, the stillness breathes his presence, and it lifts me just the same. He gives me strength again when my heart forgets to fight. He gives me peace within when I can't see the light. Every valley finds its end, every shadow starts to bend. He gives me strength again. I'll tell it from the mountain, I'll sing it through the storm. The God who healed the broken has made this heart reborn. I'll walk with steady footsteps, I'll lift my eyes to him, for the grace that brought me this far will give me strength again. Even when the night is long, still he fills my heart with song. Every breath becomes his praise, every weakness turns to grace. He gives me strength again when my soul begins to fade. He restores my heart within, like the sunlight through the rain. Every valley finds its end, every burden learns to mend. He gives me strength again.
Was down and broken, where the road turned cold and long. but someone came beside me with a word, a prayer, a song. They didn't preach a sermon or demand that I be strong. They just held me through the silence till the night was gone. The hands that lift another are the hands that Jesus moves. They carry hope through sorrow and they bear another's wounds. When the world forgets compassion and the heart forgets to care, the hands that lift another will find the Savior there. Now I've seen the weary faces where the pain won't let him rest, and I've learned that simple kindness is the gospel at its best. Every word of gentle comfort, every tear that's shared in grace is a little piece of heaven shining softly in this place. The hands that lift another are the hands that Jesus moves. They carry hope through sorrow and they bear another's wounds. When the world forgets compassion and the heart forgets to care, the hands that lift another will find the Savior there. So I'll walk this road of mercy with my heart and with my hands, for I know that love's the language every broken soul understands. And if grace can use my story, if my scars can help them rise, then the healer's work continues right before my eyes. Every hand that reaches out shows what faith is all about. Love was never meant to stay. It was made to give away. The hands that lift another are the hands that Jesus moves. They carry hope through sorrow and they bear another's wounds. When I give what I've been given, when I share the love He gave, the hands that lift another are the hands through which He saves. I've wandered through the seasons, through the laughter and the loss. I've knelt beside my failures at the shadow of the cross. And every time I've stumbled, when my heart forgot to care, grace was waiting in the silence, and it found me there. Grace still finds me there when the road is rough and bare, when my prayers fall short of reaching, and the night becomes my prayer. Though I've run and though I've broken, still His mercy meets me there. No matter where I wander, grace still finds me there. I've chased 1,000 moments, trying hard to earn his love, but his kindness never counted. It just kept on lifting up. There's a peace beyond my trying, like a song I can't repair, and it hums beneath my heartbeat. Grace still finds me there. Grace still finds me there. When the road is rough and bare, when my prayers fall short of reaching, and the night becomes my prayer. Though I've run and though I've broken, still His mercy meets me there. No matter where I wander, grace still finds me there. Someday when I see Jesus, when my wandering is done, I will trace the thread of mercy through the life I've overcome. And I'll sing with all the angels in that home beyond repair. Every line that told my story says, grace still finds me there. Even when I lose my way, grace is just a breath away. Every doubt becomes His stage for another act of grace. Grace still finds me there. When the night is hard to bear, when the tears are all that's spoken, still I know His love is near. And when my strength is fading and I breathe my final prayer, He will hold my hand and whisper, grace still finds you there.
I've walked through the valley where my soul forgot to sing. I've carried the silence that no words could ever bring, but He met me in the quiet where the broken pieces lay, and His hands became the answer. I'd been chasing night and day. There's peace in the healer's hands, where the wounded learn to stand, where the restless heart grows still and the weary find His will. There's peace in the healer's hands, where the storms all lose command, in the touch that understands. There's peace in the healer's hands. He never rushed the healing, never asked the pain to hide. He just sat beside my sorrow till the tears had all run dry. Now I see His gentle mercy in the time I thought was waste. Every ache became an altar, every wound became His grace. There's peace in the healer's hands, where the wounded learn to stand, where the restless heart grows still and the weary find His will. There's peace in the healer's hands, where the storms all lose command, in the touch that understands. There's peace in the healer's hand. When my journey reaches heaven and I see those hands of love, every scar will tell the story of the pain He lifted up. And I'll thank Him for the mercy that no sorrow could erase, for the peace that found its dwelling in the healer's warm embrace. Every scar becomes His sign, every loss is redefined, and in every broken plan, still I see the healer's hand. There's peace in the healer's hands, where the hurting finally stand, where the night surrenders light and the heart begins to mend. There's peace in the healer's hands, till my final breath is spanned. I will rest and understand. There's peace in the healer's hands.
Night has lost its shadow and the dawn is breaking through. The fear that used to haunt me now just fades into the blue. Every scar became a lesson, every tear a thread of grace, and the healer's gentle mercy carved a smile upon my face. I am whole again by the mercy of His hand. What was broken He restored, what was lost He understands. Through the fire, through the pain, He has turned it all to gain. By His love I stand, I am whole again. There were times I doubted heaven, heard a word I tried to pray, but His silence held a promise that would bloom another day. Now how the pieces of my story form a song that will not end. For the one who healed my sorrow is my Savior and my friend. I am whole again by the mercy of His hand. What was broken He restored, what was lost He understands. Through the fire, through the pain, He has turned it all to gain. By His love I stand, I am whole again. When I cross the final river and the sky begins to glow, I will see the marks of mercy from the life I used to know. And I'll sing it loud in heaven, where the wounded hearts all mend. I was broken once in pieces, now I'm whole again. Grace has written every line, love has turned the lost to shine. Now my soul can truly say, He has washed the night away. I am whole again by the mercy of His hand. Every scar became a song, every wrong He understands. Through the fire, through the rain, He has carried all my pain. By His endless plan, I am whole again.
I've wandered through the shadows, I've walked 1,000 miles, I've wept beneath the heavy skies and lost my share of smiles. But mercy never left me, though I thought we'd grown apart. And now I find my resting place, home in the healer's heart. Home in the healer's heart, where the weary find their start, where the broken learn to breathe and the lost are finally free. Every wound that tore apart now belongs to who you are. I have found my sweetest part, home in the healer's heart. He gathered every teardrop that I thought the world forgot. He turned my pain to mercy and my loss to what I've got. Now the story of my sorrow is a hymn of holy art. Every line was written here, home in the healer's heart. Home in the healer's heart,
and the lost are finally free. Every wound that tore apart now belongs to who you are. I have found my sweetest part, home in the healer's heart. Someday when the trumpet sounds and the sky begins to clear, I'll see his arms wide open, saying, child, you're finally here. And I'll rest beneath his promise, where the pain and trials depart, and I'll live forever peaceful, home in the healer's heart. Every road has led me here, through the loss and through the years. What I thought was torn apart brought me closer to his heart. Home in the healer's heart, where the weary find their start, where the tears all turn to grace, and I finally see his face. Every wound and every scar, now a light where blessings are. I am whole